We are excited. This is, I guess, I was going to say this is the part for the manly part of the show. We're going to be cutting the grass.
Oh, this is the manly part.
Is,
all right.
ladies can do this. Men can do. Anybody can do this. We're talking about our reel mower. This is our reel push mower. You'll notice that's missing from this is the bulk of the engine because it does not run on a bulk of a big combustion engine. We simply give it a push. This is the first time we've had this back in so long. I can't remember the last time we had the 16-inch EARTHWISE mower. This is actually what we call the scissor cut mower. This manicures your yard. The way this cuts your grass is how professional grass cutters do on a golf course.
Sure.
They don't use, see, there's two ways you can cut. You can scissor cut or you can thrash. When you thrash a grass like a typical mower, you're basically tearing the grass, which is why it has a tendency to brown. When it's cut clean, it's just almost like split ends on your hair. When it's cut clean with a scissor cut, it stays green. That's why they utilize this type of cutting on the finest yards in the world. You can have this as well. There's no gas, no oil. Best of all, I love no noise. So if you want to cut your grass at 4 o'clock in the morning, you can't sleep, you can go out and you can cut your grass. I only have 1,200 of these back in stock. You got the dual track wheels. It's easy to push. Free shipping and handling. 3 flex, but 4 flex with an HSN credit card. Peter, I've always loved our push mowers. A couple of reasons why. They're like throwback mowers to a time where we didn't rely on gas and oil. They're quiet. You're not breathing in any fumes, Peter. But you know what? You get the best cut.
That's exactly right. I think that's the thing everyone's going to find is that when you're using one of these push mowers, you're using a real mower, you're finding out that you're getting a better cut. And that's why exactly what Guy said. When you see the professionals at the golf courses and at the ball fields, they're using some of these. Sure, they might have it on a tractor and they're dragging that, but they're using this and they're dragging a reel. And that's what we're calling, this is a reel mower because here's what we have right there. This is the reel that's spinning, and that spins, and then it connects with this blade right here. So each time that goes up, see how each one of those joins, and it's cutting like a scissor. That's that scissor cut Guy was talking about. That's why you get a better cut. It allows you to cut the grass a little bit lower without having all that browning at the top of each blade of grass. No matter what you do, you will see each blade of grass gets damaged by that high RPM spinning of a gas-powered mower. With the reel mower, you're getting a better cut. It's old technology in some people's minds, but this is technology that works, and they're still using it, but it's improved from certainly when I was a kid. I remember ours was just a big old rusty mess, and I used to have to push that around. And I remember we were so happy when we were able to get the gas-powered mower, but now people are understanding why it makes sense to go back to something like this. This is our 16-inch wide, so you're getting that 16-inch wide path, and that's what you're cutting, and that's going to be great. Now, you've got those large wheels in the front. Sometimes you'll only see the wheels in the front. Here's what's cool about this one. Those trailer wheels in the back, and that's where you make all your adjustments as well to how high you want to cut the grass or how low you want to cut the grass. And I'm recommending, when you see how great this cuts, you're going to be able to cut your grass much lower, much shorter than you would with a gas-powered mower, and it's going to look better. You are going to have a better-looking lawn because it's going to stay greener longer, and you're going to be able to cut it lower, and it's going to stay great.
I'm going to go right along this edge, and you'll see how simple it is and how easy. I'm pushing it with one hand. And what you'll notice, too, and I'll go right over to the edge here.
And that's some long, wet grass right there.
Look at that, yeah. And realistically, with one hand, I don't know how far you can watch, but look at that. I mean, do you see that? Oh, by the way, we do have a grass catcher if you want to get that as well. The amazing thing about when you cut the grass here, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it here, I got a piece of grass here, and I don't know how close you can come into this, because you got to come really, really close to get the shot. But anyway, if you look at one side of this grass, and I'll hold it against my shirt, I don't know if you can see the top of that grass is sawed off, and it's white and gray. Can you see that? The part that I cut is on that side. And do you see how straight that is and how perfect, and there's no browning or yellowing on the top. So this was cut by the company that cuts the grass here, and it's yellowed. This is cut by me. It's clean cut. Same way like when you get split ends in your hair, and your hair looks damaged, your lawn does the same thing. But we've got two guys, so you got healthier grass. It's going to stay greener. Peter and I.
You will see it the first time you cut your grass. You will notice it right away, because if you take a look at your grass after you use that gas-powered mower, you will see the tip of every piece of grass will start to brown because it's been damaged by getting hit by that blade that's spinning so quickly. This is the technology is there that you'll see that I think a lot of people think that it's difficult to do. Oh, I'm not going to be able to push it. This 16-inch wide mower with the trailer wheels and all the adjustments is very easy to push. It's very easy to use. It's quiet. Now, we're going back and forth with this because of just a small space. You can make the same beautiful lines that you like. You can make the rows back and forth with this, and it's very simple to do because you're going back and forth and turning this around. It turns beautifully with those trailer wheels, and then you're going to go right back, and you're going to get those great rows that you want on the grass. I mean, much of this is already cut, except for what Guy just did in the back, but you will get a better cut grass. It'll be easier, because you know the one thing we haven't mentioned? What's your favorite part about the first time you cut the grass for the new season?
My favorite part about
I'm being sarcastic. You get that lawnmower out and you sand over it.
That's my favorite
And you get
part.
that thing and you start going to pull that pull cord and nothing happens.
And you got to put oil, and it's got a spark plug in there. It's got all these different things. You have to, you got to make sure you put the oil in there too.
And it never starts first time.
And the reason that your shed or your garage smells like gasoline is usually because of your lawnmower. So that you don't have to ever deal with that. You'll never run out. You never have to have the extra can of gas in the house, which is a danger. You've got this. Now listen, I'm not gonna sell you a story here. I mean, if you've got 4 acres of property, you're not cutting your grass with this mower. You'd be out there for 12 hours. But it's really great for doing the fine areas of your yard, areas where maybe like around pathways, around driveways, where you want to get that real clean green cut. But if you've got an acre or less of property, half an acre, whatever, because I've got a teeny tiny place and I can utilize this. I can get my lawn done in about 45 minutes. It's made for people that have the medium to small lawns. That's what it's for. But you'll find that people that do the biggest lawns on the planet, golf course grass, they use this type of cutting system, scissor cuts. They use big motorized machines that have scissor cuts, but that's what they use because a golf course can't be brown. It has to be that emerald green. Peter's going to show you exactly how that technology works.
Again, because you want to be able to cut that golf course so short, and you can do it where you can cut it shorter. Here's just even putting that piece of paper in there. Whoops, I did more than I wanted to. Look at that. I mean, I'm just able to just like I used a pair of scissors on the corner of that. That's what happens with this mower. So I'll do that again for you. I mean, it'll just cut it. It really cuts it so smooth. So you're able to cut it a lot lower. You're able to get that beautiful green lawn without the gas, without the noise, without the hassle. And I know that you've wanted to try being a little bit greener around the yard. This is a way to do it. But the great thing is, what if you can use a mower like this without the gas and without the fumes, and not just sort of make do with it, but get a better cut by using this tried and true technology. That's not an old technology. It could very well be the best technology, and that's why you want to use it. You'll get a better look on your grass, which I think is important.
And you also know you're doing your part for the environment because there's no fumes, there's no combustion engine, you don't have to buy gasoline, there's no oil. And honestly, my favorite part is that you're one of those folks that likes to get up early on Sunday and you want to get your grass done, or you just want to clean it up a little bit. This is great in between major cuts too. If you just want to trim it up a little bit. Obviously, if your grass is 8 inches deep, you're not going to, this is not what you want to use. You want to maintain your grass. It works very easily. You've seen Peter and I go over it. And we're taking about 2 to 3 inches of grass off this very easily, but it's quiet. So it's not like you get out there and you got to listen to that awful noise and everybody, and you're filling it up with gas and it's sputtering. And by the way, too, sharpening the blades on these is not a difficult job either. You can have it done.
But you're not going to have to sharpen these for, you would go a couple of seasons without having to sharpen these because, again, that's part of the new technology, the way that these reels are made now with that blade that you're not going to have to sharpen.